Hello everybody, this is Mike from Vox Political. Peace in Ukraine needs a US backstop, says Starmer. And UK troops? Like, comment and subscribe, let's get straight into it. The UK Prime Minister failed to define what he meant by a backstop in a speech he made after meeting other European leaders yesterday. This is Monday, February 17th, 2025. But others have suggested this means air support, logistics and intelligence operations. The gathering was prompted by US President Donald Trump's decision to hold talks with Russia about the future of Ukraine without including representatives of Ukraine in the discussions. I've got video of Starmer's speech, so I'll drop it in here.
At stake is not just the future of Ukraine, it is an existential question for Europe as a whole, and therefore vital for Britain's national interest. This is a once-in-a-generation moment for the collective security of our continent. Only a lasting peace in Ukraine that safeguards its sovereignty will deter Putin from further aggression in the future. Now, recent statements by the US administration should not come as a surprise. President Trump has long expressed the wish for Europe to step up and meet the demands of its own security, that he wants to get a lasting peace agreement to end the war in Ukraine. So today's informal meeting of European leaders was a vital first step in responding to that challenge. On defence, it's clear the US is not going to leave NATO. But we Europeans will have to do more. The issue of burden sharing is not new, but it is now pressing. And Europeans will have to step up, both in terms of spending and the capabilities that we provide. On Ukraine, we're at the very early stage of the process. Europe must play its role, and I'm prepared to consider committing British forces on the ground alongside others if there is a lasting peace agreement. But there must be a US backstop, because a US security guarantee is the only way to effectively deter Russia from attacking Ukraine again. So I will go to Washington next week to meet President Trump and to discuss what we see as the key elements of a lasting peace. I spoke to President Zelensky on Friday and will do so again in coming days. And we envisage a further meeting with European colleagues when I return from the US. In this moment, we have to recognise the new era that we are in, not cling hopelessly to the comforts of the past. It's time for us to take responsibility for our security, for our continent. And I've been clear today, Britain will take a leading responsibility, as we always have, because Ukraine must have a secure future, Europe must have a secure future, Britain must have a secure future, and democratic values must prevail. Thank you.
Yeah. Starmer said he would consider deploying UK troops as part of a peacekeeping force in Ukraine if a lasting peace agreement could be found. But German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has said that discussing sending troops to Ukraine at the moment would be completely premature. Whatever comes of either set of negotiations, nothing can happen without Ukraine support, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said Kiev will not recognise any agreement made without its involvement. And of course, Lord Dannatt, the former head of the British Army, has said UK forces are simply not capable of carrying out operations in Ukraine because they don't have the personnel or the equipment the considerable investment would be required to provide them. This may create a dilemma for a UK government that insists there is no money available to support its population, millions of whom are in poverty after 14 years of a greedy Tory government that sucked wealth away from the masses in order to give it to those who were already rich. If it shakes the magic money tree to find the cash, in other words, ask the Bank of England to create it, then critics will demand to know why such money can't be used to help people rather than hurt them. The answer to that question lies, I think, in this ex-post from Alex Tiffin. He says, let's be realistic. Any Ukraine-Russia peace deal needs to be approved by both parties. There is absolutely no chance Russia would ever agree to a non-UN peacekeeping force in Ukraine, especially one led by a European nation. Given that Russia is a permanent UN Security Council member, oversight and administration of any UN resolution or peacekeeping force should be transferred to the UN General Assembly to ensure fairness. Putting UK troops into Ukraine without a UN resolution, setting a clear framework, unnecessarily risks British servicemen and women's lives. Keir Starmer talks about understanding the responsibility of deploying troops, but he doesn't. He's got the same weird fetish as Tony Blair about wanting to look strong and statesmanlike by using the military. So there we are. Keir Starmer talks about understanding the responsibility of deploying troops, but he's got the same weird fetish as Tony Blair about wanting to look strong and statesmanlike by using the military. We should resist this. All right, if you've enjoyed or approve of what you've heard, please like, comment and subscribe, and you will see me in the next one.